Right, wait, first and foremost, I would like to give all the honors and all the praises and all the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Mahavakar Kodash. Name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai, Kings of Kings, Lord of Lords, right? Who I reverence. And honors to the apostles that have in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe and to the few, very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. Okay. And we're going to go into a few topics and we're just going to flow with the Spirit. All right. Just going to flow with the Spirit. So without further ado, I was really thinking about the topic of, all right, you have the truth, you have knowledge, you have wisdom, which is real science. Science stems from knowledge, right? Forgot what science to ya, right? But the rulers of this world, they believe in science, they believe in gadgets, they believe in tech. That's what they put their trust in, right? But we put our trust in Yahweh. And what you're going to find out, is Yahweh is Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings. Even these devices that are made, they're made up of what? Metallic, silicon, your laptop, your tablet, your phone, your battery, made up of what? Lithium, natural elements from the earth. Right? But Esau wants to play like he's God. You're going to find out you're not a God. You're going to find that out. This man has a God complex. Right? Wants to study you with technology, neuro imagery, neuro monitoring. Even Elon Musk said it's not 100%. It's not 100%. It's not 100% accurate because your frequency changes from day to day, depending on what mood you're in. But that's the pride. That's the pride of these scientists. Prideful. I want to start off with Jeremiah 49. Okay. And 7. Concerning Edom. Who's Edom? Esau. Right? Look it up. You had Edom and you had Jacob. Esau and Jacob. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Where's Teman? Teman is known as the Germans, right? Temanites, right? And out of so-called white people, who were the most smartest, intelligent? So-called smartest, intelligent. It would be the Germans. Most of the inventions were created by the Germans. They're great. They're great inventors of things. That's a fact. Most of your great scientists, physicists, builders, mechanics are from Germany, not from Britain. Okay? Is counsel perished? Is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? So that's what's being asked. Because it is going to vanish, right? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him, right? So, the Lord Jehovah is coming to visit Esau, right? And even within Team in Germany, you have Amalek and so forth, which is the head tribe of Esau. So now we're going to go to Corinthians 1 and 4. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness. So most people see what we're doing, bro. That's a waste of time, bro. That's bloody useless. Well, time is the biggest teller, and we're gonna see who was telling the truth and who was not. We're gonna see, okay. But unto us which are saved is the power of the Most High. So there's true power in these words, right? And this word was here before technology. This word was here before your iPhones, before your iPads, before your V2K. This word was here. Have not the Most High made the foolish? I'm moving too fast. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. So what's the wisdom of the wise? It's technology, right? Right? Esau, he has inventions years and years ago. Here it is, you had the 3210, the 5210. When that was out, they already had the iPads being designed. And this is why they were giving you 3210s, 52. Remember them phones? 8210, Nokia, and all them different phones. They already had all this other technology. They already had it in the works. Right? And I always say, technology, is it a bad thing? No, it depends on how you're using it. Now Esau, what does he do? He weaponizes the technology. And that's why they tell you, make sure you're not too close to your laptop or your phone. It will fry your brain, so all this different stuff. Right? Now, is there ways that technology could be good for? Yeah. And all that's going to be, bro, it's all going to be right. Everything's going to be right in the kingdom. But it's just, this man, he's weaponized everything. Right? And that's what he's done. Because that's what the devil does. He turns something that's good and he turns it into evil. Right? The screen, what screen's a plasma screen? Right? For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. So Yahweh, he's destroying that. How? Through this word. Right? People, what do you believe in? Oh, I don't believe in God. I believe in science. But science, it only goes so far. Science only goes so far. Right? I only believe in what I see. You know? So that means you're not really spiritual. That means your understanding stops there. Right? Because there is highly skilled, advanced technicians, the DARPA program. What else? Just the different names. I can't remember all of them. But yes, these are highly intelligent individuals. But guess who was on their side helping them? Satan. Right? They're skilled in atoms. They're skilled in certain frequencies, measurements of frequencies. But when it comes to the knowledge of the scriptures, they have no knowledge. Right? So the Lord's going to bring that all to an end. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of the world, of this world? Have not the Most High chosen the foolish, made the foolish wisdom of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? So what's the steam in this world? Oh, what? You're an IT technician. You're a computer engineer. It's good, but a lot of computer engineering deals with coding. That's all it is. It's computer engineering is coding, understanding different and programming, right? And that's what it really is, right? Is it a form of intelligence? Yes, but it's not beyond the intelligence of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai controls all coding, right? So what happens when you break the coding, right? Because even this system, there's a coding to this system. So what happens when someone breaks that coding? You need to what? Reboot. Just like when you're rebooting a computer. You break that code, you need to reset, just like the Matrix. Right? And how do we break that code of this world? Through the scriptures. Technology is good. I'm nothing against technology, but it's how you use it. Okay? It's how you use it. Okay? And this man has been doing all types of stuff with this technology and weaponizing it and using it against the citizens, which is a crime against humanity. This man needs to be locked up for his crimes against humanity, for his war crimes. Right? Type in the Panama when they were testing out their weapons on the Panamanians, which are our people. Type that in. What the US Army was doing. Highly sophisticated weaponry, technology. And guess what? The most worst thing, it's in the wrong hands. That's the worst thing about it. It's in the wrong hands. So again, if you have this technology and you give it to the wrong hands of psychopaths, right, which most of these people are, then what do you think is going to happen, right? What do you think is going to happen? But let's let the scriptures come out. I'm just here to let you know is that Yahushua is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He's in control. These people, they trust in science. They're against God, right? So we went to that Baba Kasha. You do know this, I've already mentioned it. You do know there's lighting systems. There's lighting systems that are detectors. So they can detect a certain individual, and from that detection, they can zoom in and shine upon the individual, right? And this is dangerous because it might not be everybody else. They can have it where it fits just you, just your body, right? It's a criminal. There's a criminal element that's got. Yeah, they went, oh, don't speak about it. No, I'm going to speak about what Yahushua wants me to speak about. There's a criminal element to what's going on, organized crime, but nobody wants to speak about it because they're bound to an oath, a Masonic oath. Now this is what's going on. So really, what you should do is remove them lights, right? Because we know they're detector lights. They're not genuine lights for the night time. And why do you have bright lights on in the daytime anyway? They're light sensing, detecting lights. Why do you have that? Right? Huh? Unless you're trying to catch a criminal. Right? These are they're military lights. They're used for harmful intent, not for good intent. Fucking idiots. And you think Yahushua doesn't see? Yahushua saw you when you done that. He saw you. I'm going to set you up to do this. You're playing yourself. But what's behind that? My whole thing is, there's a demonic spirit behind that. For someone to do that, there has to be a demonic element to it, and there is. No offense to the great scientists and physicians, there were demons working with them with these inventions. But who controls the demons? Yahweh Abishai. Where do you think they got their ideas from when they say, oh, we had help? We had help from cosmic sources. Yeah, they had help by Satan. These wicked inventions. So we went to that. Where else can we go to? Bear me just a minute. I know I kind of sounded like a broken record. Alright? You would be, bro, if you looked up some of the things they have, the technology, you would be surprised. Very surprised. Right? And the most scariest thing about it is a lot of this technology you can actually order online. Right? You can actually order it. Something needs to be done, and something is going to be done. Yeah, you have psychopaths in power. Psychopaths are in power. Right? Oh, the Nazis were done away with. Guess what? I got news for you. The Nazis are in power. Oh no, we need to get rid of the BMP. Well, they're in power. The Nazis are in power. I was speaking to someone about the fire brigade. There was just a scandal about the fire brigade and racism. Tell me something new. The fire brigade, bro. Who do you think the people that run the fire brigade are? Yes. You're just finding that out now. Yeah, there's Nazis in the fire brigade. Yeah, have you ever been traveling on the airport and the person that's checking your passport, who do you think that is? It's a flipping Nazi that hates Negroes. Right? This is real life stuff. Mind yourself, the bike is tagging up. So this is real life stuff, right? That we're speaking about right here. Okay? So the Nazis are in power, right? Right now. Oh, they're in the fire brigades, bro. Oh, they don't like to, bro. This has been going on for a long time, right? Oh, let's just. Oh, what? It's Negroes in the house. Just leave them there to burn. Tell me something new. Police force, come on. I've already known this for years, even before I came into the truth. How much times do you hear on the news? Oh, this person got sacked. Messages on his phone talking about nigger monkey in the police force. Yeah. To me, this is old news. Right? Your ambulance, your NHS, Nazis up in there as well. I remember when I'll just tell you a little story. I remember when I went to get my teeth checked by the NHS years ago. I never forgot what this woman said. Right? It was so sly. I remember what she said. Let us just clean you up. Let us just clean you up. Well, was she talking about my teeth? She wasn't talking about my teeth. She wasn't talking about my teeth. I know what she meant. Right? I know what she meant. But she just condemned herself. God knows if she's alive today. Right? And this was years ago, when I was younger. It was a racist statement. It had nothing to do with my teeth. Even though she was working up on my teeth. And I don't even like that feeling of going to the dentist, someone messing with your teeth in and out. Bro, it's just a bit weird. These are psychopaths that are in power. Now, I'm not saying every nurse is, I'm not saying every nurse is, I'm not saying that. But those that run the head of these organizations. When you watch these, the Nazis, they were all arrested, they were all locked up. And no, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. That's like saying all the so-called Jewish people, they all died. They all died off. That's like saying that. Right? No, they're not, because the so-called Jewish people run the world. Right? And they so happen to were so-called being persecuted by the Nazis. But how comes you have Nazis in power? Right? That push communism. And what's the other word? Zionism. So hold on, the Nazis believe in Zionism, but I thought they hated the Jews. Oh my gosh. Well, hold on, are you sure that the so-called Jewish people, they never created the Nazis? But I thought the Nazis were persecuting the so-called Jewish. Something's going on here. I need answers. Well, we have the answers, it's in the scriptures. Right? I don't think my targeting may ever go down. Because I know too much. And when someone knows too much, it's like, we can't let him go. He knows way too much. Oh, man. Shit. They on my ass, G. Baby, just a minute. Paparazzi on my ass. Let's go to Revelation 16. Right? But yeah, the Nazis are in every high level of position within your parliament. Parliament. Nazis, you got Nazis up in parliament. Right? There was a statement about years ago, I remember years and years ago when I was in high school, Boris Johnson, something he said about Negroes, about their chimpanzees or something. And that was a statement from Boris Johnson. Right? I think it was in one of his books or something. Right? Tony Blair, highly racist. Right? So you got to look at the links of what's going on. I believe Britain is a communist, Zionist state. No doubt about it. Right? Who do you think runs Britain? The Zionists run Britain. It's a Zionist agenda. Of what? Totalitarianism. Complete control. Go to Revelation 16. Right? Oh, man. We got Revelation 16 and 14. And we got some other stuff as well. Right. See, there's a lot of men in this truth. They wouldn't even, they don't have the guts, they don't have the mental fortitude to speak what I speak. Because they're compromised. And these are men that came to be in the truth. I know, we can't mention that. We can't. The all-seeing eye, they're going to come for us. Speak the truth. You believe in your Habashai, right? Speak the truth. Revelation 16. Would you bear me just a minute? There's something else I'm looking for. Revelation 21 as well. It's very, yes, it's very advanced. It's very, very advanced that the tech that the US has, very advanced. Yeah? Even these helicopters over my head. You don't need, you don't need someone flying helicopters like a plane. They don't need that anymore. This is how sophisticated technology has become. They could just do it with a remote control. They could do it. They could do it with a remote control, just like with drones. You have drones now, right? That can send signals, that can follow you, that can record you with cameras on them. That was happening to me during the pandemic. You think I never noticed that? That little drone that was over my head. It's sophisticated. They've had this for a long time. Right? Different radar systems, all of it. Just watch that well, not watch it. That game Call of Duty. And that would just give you a little glimpse, even though I don't play no games. Because this ain't a game. You ain't got time to play games. But everybody that has their own little outlet. All right? Very, very, very advanced, and they've had this hidden for a long time. You got killer robots. You got killer robots. Have you seen them doggy robots that run around, right? And that do flips. This is the advancement of it. This is what Esau believes. His tech, and he's gonna send them out as well. Anybody doesn't comply, he's gonna send out these killer robots. This is real stuff. Would you bear me just a minute? I'm going to do a lot of jumping around. Right? Revelations 19 and 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against it. Against who? Yahushua. That sat on the horse and against his army. So, this system is really against the scriptures, the Bible, the Messiah and his anointed. So they're seeking to make war. Right? Against who? Yahushua. Okay? That's what they're looking to do. Go to Revelation 16. I know there was something else, but I can't find it. Revelation 13. Check this out. Go to verse 12. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before them. Let me check this is still running and it's not too hot. And it says, Baba Kasha, he exercises what? All the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. So when it says he exercised the power of the first beast before him, what was that? That was Rome, right? Because Esau was actually what? The Romans. Okay? And causeth the earth, right? And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right? Two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. And that's your two political sides. You have your Democrats, you have your Republicans, right? Okay. You have your red, you have your blue, right? Which most of the people, they believe in that rubbish, the politics, I call it, right? And you have your two opposition parties, right? And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast, that Rome, because this is Rome again, before him. He causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. So it says he causeth the earth. So what are people doing today when they see some of the you brothers? What are they doing? They get a notification, right? And they walk around like zombies, right? Following you. Because they're what? Influenced by the beast. By technology. Right? Oh, we got a notification. Young black male, 5 so and so. He's wearing blue. Please follow him. And everybody does it. That's following after the beast. So this shows you how people they have no critical thinking. Right? And causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. So what deadly wound was healed? It was the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire was taken down during the Byzantine Empire. The Roman Empire was spread to what? Thin. That's how it went down. Just how you got the US Army and NATO today, it's being spread very thin. It's in all these different nations. That's Rome today. NATO is Rome. And that's how you take down an army. When their tentacles are everywhere, and it's easier to take them down because they're not in one particular location. They got bases everywhere, right? And it says, Babakashah, and he doeth great wonders. This all ties in with the text, great wonders, so that he make fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. I believe that was in the time, I forgot what date it was. I believe that was Yugoslavia, where the first, was it Yugoslavia? Was it Slovakia or Yugoslavia? I think it was Yugoslavia, right? Where the first bomb was dropped, right? I'm not sure, was it US? I think it was US or NATO. One of them dropped that bomb upon Yugoslavia, right? And that's when the first time that fire came down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, right? So that was a wonder. No one saw anything like that before. Okay, and what's the fire? The nuclear bomb, which the fire is within. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles. So it says, deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of so again, deceive by means of those miracles. So let's slow down now. It says deceive by miracles. So can Satan also do miracles? We're going to get into that. Yeah, Esau, he can do miracles, but these miracles, we're going to go into it. All right? Which had power to do in the sight of the beast. Okay? Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. So the image of the beast that's being made is the infrastructure today. That's being made. Right? Well, you see, you're asking yourself, well, why are all these 5G towers going up? Right? Why do you have these engineers in different locations outside of white vans? Because guess what they're doing? They're plugging you in. Right? They're plugging you in. It's called neural monitoring. Right? So now someone will look at that and be like, wow, that's magnificent. Right? But that's on the left hand side. You can call it magic. Modern day science is magic. Right? Magic. That's what it is. Okay? And mixed in with a bit of witchcraft. That's what modern day scientists use. They dibble with a bit of witchcraft and a bit of tech, and they blend it in like some potion. And it says, right? Because remember, they want to see into your soul, your being, who you are. That's what they want. He sitteth in the temple like he is God. I forgot where that scripture is. Isaiah 14. Right? You got to understand, this man has a God complex. Right? The average so-called white person has a God complex. Right? Oh, if we don't understand something, we have to study it. We have to look at. This is just how Esau is. You know. I always say the equation 2 times 2 would always be what? 4. Right? Simple. 2 times it will always be 4. right? You're not going to get no other equation. But Esau, maybe it's a different equation, right? The sky is blue. Esau, no, it has to be another. No, the sky is blue. Mad scientist. This man's a mad scientist. Excuse me just a minute. All right? And it says, Baba Kashar, that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. So, this is the revival of the Roman Empire again today. Right? It's the revival of the Roman Empire. Or one of them mountain dogs. And it says Baba Kashar. Where was I? And he calls of all, both small, great, rich, and poor, right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So that mark is going into the charagma. That word charagma goes into incision, imprint, stamp, belonging to what? The anti-Christ. So this is what they want. They want the people chipped. They want the people controlled. That's their end goal. Right? This is the agenda of the elites. Right? And they're going to call me a whistleblower. Bro, I'm just speaking the truth. I don't know, you would have called it whistleblower and whatever. I'm just speaking it, that's all. Just speaking the truth. Okay? And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had what? The number or mark on the name of the beast. Right? Or the number of his name. Okay? And it says Baba Kashar, for it is the number of a man, his number is 600, 60 and 6. Okay? So, we've established that. And when you go into that word mark, I looked it up in a blue letter, and these devils, man, they think they're so cunning. I tried to go and duck, you know, the duck, they tried to switch that off. They tried to switch that off. It said there was some error on it. Yeah, they're trying every single way, but we continue. Bro, what do you think? Satan deals with technology, right? Oh, like I said, he loves technology. Because then he can get an idea and some intel, because the Satan needs what he deals with intel, right? The prince of the air. Scriptures tell you that in Ephesians, prince of the air. So he can also manipulate airwaves, sound waves, right? You have the god of music, right? The prince of the air, the wind. You ever been doing a lesson and the wind really blows hard? Really hard, right? Well, why do you think so? Because he's the prince of the air, right? He is the prince of the air. Okay. Oh, electromagnetic fields. Well, yeah, it's men technicians that are behind it, that are doing that, right? But who's behind them? Satan, the devil. So when we talk about electromagnetic fields, have you ever watched that film Ghostbusters, where they're detecting energy and they're saying there's paranormal activity within the household or the premises? Well, what does that go back to? Demons and what? Devils. So even the demons and devils use technology. Yeah, they have a huge hand in that. Right? You ever been in your household, you hear like a bzzz, bzzz, like a humming. That's electromagnetic fields. And when cars go past, guess what happens? That voltage goes right up. So basically you're being electrocuted, you're being roasted, but the elects, they're going to be all right. That's what's going on. So why aren't these technicians and the people that do it, why aren't they getting arrested? Because it's a multi-billion industry, so no one's going to say anything. And if you do have someone that speaks out, what happens? They lose their job, or you don't hear from them anymore, right? Because there is people within that industry that are exposing that industry, telecommunications, but there's money to be made. Oh, you better not speak about that. The Masons might come after you. Who gives a shit? I'm going to speak the truth. But it's all connected to what? The spiritual realm. And even when I was watching that movie, 40 Days, 40 Nights, Temptation, even when I was watching that movie, even when he was being tempted, Yahweh Shai, right? You even heard in the background, you even heard the zzz, sounded like all different type of sounds, right? Because the devil, yeah, he controls the sound waves and even music, right? Even music, right? So you got to look at the spiritual side to everything and stop looking at the carnal things, the spiritual side to everything. Bro, this is a lot. And bro, if you have your notepad, I hope you're writing this down. This is some heavy level knowledge. Heavy level knowledge. It's what the Masons would call, it's esoteric. Keep it a secret. Come on. We're in a time of revelations. How long you wanna keep secrets? Revelations 13. And we went to 16. Great, rich, poor, free bond to receive a mark in the right hand or forehead. When I went into this word, in the Greek is charagma. Charagma, incision, imprint, stamp. That's what it is. Alright? I'm going to say that again. Charagma, incision, imprint, stamp. Okay? Belonging to what? A person, property. So that's the agenda. This is what they want. Right? So say bye-bye to your freedoms. Your so-called freedoms that you think you have. Okay? The only freedom that you do have is in this word. It's the only freedom you have. Right? It's amazing what these people would do. Excuse me just a minute. Got people selling out left, right and centre. Taking deals, all types of madness. Right? So did we finish on that? We finished on that. Oh yeah, it's charagma, incision, imprint, stamp, belonging, markings of the so-called antichrist. Right? So those that get it, basically they're pledging their allegiance to Satan. And that's really the end goal. That's what they want. Right now, we're testing and they're building the infrastructure, right, of these technologies, because they need it in order for this to work. They need the infrastructure first. So the infrastructure, it's already built. The infrastructure is built right now, and that's why you see these towers everywhere, right, to get you hooked up. All right, that's what they're doing. So now let's go to Thessalonians. Oh man. And you did have some good physicians. One of my favorite is Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla. But look what they done with Nikola Tesla. All right? Took his patents, took his inventions. Right? And he was telling you basically everything is energy. Right? I don't want to get too much into the physics part of it, but everything is, because I deal with the scriptures, but everything is energy. You want to understand the world more? Well, really, it's through the scriptures. But yeah, he was right, and I don't know if he believed in the Bible. I don't know, but I know he was an Israelite, Nikola Tesla, right? But he came to conclusion everything is energy. Everything. Water, energy, right? Grass, energy. The earth has its natural energy field, right? Everything is energy. Music, energy. That's why it affects how you feel. That's why when people listen to drill music, they reenact it out on the streets. People listen to jazz, they feel what more cool, Mozart. So everything is energy, right? And the highest energy form, frequency, is of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. is of Yahweh Shai, is the Holy Spirit. Right? Even Yahweh Shai said to one of the Pharisees, what was it? You're of this world. I'm not of this world. You're of this world. Right? So what did Yahweh Shai mean when he said that? I'm from above, you're from below. If you say that to someone, people are going to be like, what? Bro, that's patronizing. No, I am from above, you're from below. So Yahweh Shai was on a higher frequency wave level. They were on a very, very low base wave level. A negative vibration. And for this matrix to operate, it needs to be on a low energy field. Because Satan wants that. He wants you to be on a low energy field. He doesn't want you to be on a high vibration. And that's why you have engineers that tamper with the frequencies. They turn it up, turn it down to get you in the depressed, suicidal state. That's why they do it. Right? I forgot how much it was. It used to be, what was it, 400 hertz, 411 hertz, and they switched it, I think, to 500. I forgot what it was, but they switched it. All right. If you want to repair damage within the body, it's 2 hertz that repairs damage. Right, within the body, 2 hertz. So you want to listen to 2 hertz binary music if your body is in any type of form of damage. All right. You know, this is so-called secret knowledge that we're dealing with here. Okay. And everything is vibrations. Alright? Even animals pick up on that. You hear dogs barking. Dogs don't just bark for any reason. They pick up on things. Even dogs pick up on spirits. You may have a dog barking. It could be a demonic spirit that's within that dog, or that dog senses something. Okay? But I want to stay on topic. Baba Kasha. We're going to shut off soon. Thessalonians. Alright. You think, oh shit, I'm sleeping, my heart's pumping fast. You thinking, oh no, you're thinking, oh, it's Esau and it's his technology. Alright. I'm not denying, we know this. He's using technology, but the devil's behind it. Right? What, the devil can't make your heart beat fast. Huh? He's behind that. Right? That's him trying to what? Strike fear into you. And yeah, there's an element of witchcraft as well. Right? Thessalonians 1. And jump straight to verse 8. Go to verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already what? Work. So it's out in the world right now. The mystery of lawlessness. The mystery of iniquity is what? Lawlessness. I'm seeing that now. It's already at work. You got people doing crime right in front of your face. It's like, oh shit. And this Maho thing, I'm not a snitch. I don't mention names. I never believe in doing that. But Esau would say, what? What did he say? See it, say it, report it. That's what Esau would say. See it, say it, report it, or whatever he says. That stupid phrase. But he ain't doing that. He's a hypocrite. You see something, hear something, say something, whatever stupid quote he uses. But they're not doing that. Right? So the mystery of iniquity. Mystery of iniquity. Right? Doth already work. Right? It's already, you see it, I see it. I see it every single day. Criminals. Organized crime. And when shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth? Right? So, that's only going to be done through Yahweh Shai. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Here's the clues. He's after the working of Satan. Alright? With all power. and signs and lying wonders. So how would these technicians, how are they able to do these things? Where did they get that power from? So Satan does have power too, but the only power he has, what the Heavenly Father gave him, right? Working of Satan with all power, signs, lying wonders. So what's them powers and signs, right? What's them power signs? It's that tech, right? Certain things that can manipulate. He can manipulate certain people's conscience mind state by technology. He knows that, right? He can alter certain things by tech. He can make a whole town feel depressed by tech. He can make everybody follow each other by tech and by witchcraft. Remember, the two are intermingled here. And Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, right? Lying wonders. So, what's them lying wonders? Go to Matthew's. Before we go to Matthew, excuse me just a minute, go to Psalm 64. Bro, if you got a note, you got your notepad and your pencil or your pen, you better be writing this down. Because we're not going to be so easily available, right, in the time to come. Go to Psalm 64. And check this out. Hold on. Verse 3. Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So what do you think that's happening? You think you're just teaching the truth and everything's going fine? Bro, there's a spiritual target on your back if you're of the elect. Okay? It says they shoot their bows in secret. So they're doing this in secret. Yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to set this up, we're going to set that up. They shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, so they're shooting at us. And fear not. So these are individuals that move in silence, and they, set up different devices and so forth, doing all types of stuff, right? And they say, who shall see them? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. Evil matter, right? An evil purpose. They commune of laying snares privily. So I always say, we can't be ignorant. Look, you can't come into this truth and think, oh, everything's fine and dandy. Everybody's going to be my friend. No, there's people that are doing certain things, that have been doing certain things. Right? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. So they get together. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? Nobody's going to see us. Bro, the elites have the money to, hire technicians. They got them hackers. You got people you got hackers. You might have your next door neighbor, he might be a narcissist. He might be a nice narcissist. Oh yeah, let's hack him. All that stuff's going on. It says privately. This is what they do it secretly. They gather together, right? They might try to spread your information on the dark web. All these things can go on. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So this is what they're doing. These are very demonic individuals. Right? They think nobody sees them. They hide behind the walls, do whatever they're doing, their little operations, their little psyops, but the Lord sees them. Okay? They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So they try to set up scenarios where you will fall, traps. And that's why I would say, bro, you always got to be spiritual. How do you know now, where I am right now, there's not a little camera hidden in the bushes? You don't know that. A little string somewhere with a bit of intel source on it, with a little antenna, right? How do you know when you're not indoors, you have a particular car? You do know you have cars with antennas on them. And why do cars have an antenna on them? To receive signal. So you got to be aware. So you may be doing a little video. That car that parks up has that antenna and it's receiving the signals from what you're saying. So there's certain things, yes, they can do on the left-hand side. They encourage themselves in the evil matter, right? And evil matter, right? A lot of these people are zombies, man. A lot of these people are zombies. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both what's the inward thought of every dumb in the heart is deep. Bro, they've been having these programs for a long time. From the moment you probably started watching, I'll bet say Israelite videos, if you watch anything about the Illuminati, they could just put you in there. All right, now we gotta keep a track of this. Everything you're watching, they have a track of the everything. They inquire a diligent search, right? A diligent search, not no small search. There's a lot of funding that's went into this program, a lot of funding. Okay, a lot of time, a lot of effort. Data centers, right? You got these data centers, and it always sounds like Indians, don't it? These data centers. Hello, we had a call from you, and it's Mr. Patel, and you said you wanted to buy something. No, you didn't say that. They rang you. Well, how did they get your number? Because this is what they're doing. They pass on data, and they sell some of that data on. This goes on worldwide. And they get an idea of what you like, recommendations, and all these things. You were just searching for some trainers. Next thing that comes up, recommendation. Do you like these Adidas? Because they take with what you search, and that's how they get an idea of what you may like, right? And that's what happens, right? That's just how it's done. Okay. So is there anything else? They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inner thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. Even going to the neuroscience. Here you have neuroscience data centers, scientists that are hidden off, that study people, that study their mind. To me, I don't call that psychology. Psychology is you go into the scriptures and the reason of men and why men and women do what they do. The reasoning of the mind. Psy, right? From what your psyche, from your soul, from your mind. Psychology, study of the mind, right? So even today, what they're doing is, like I said, is manipulation, science, and technology, right? That's what they're doing, because real psychology is through the scriptures, right? And if you need to manipulate someone to control them, then that means you don't really have power. You don't really have much power, because you had to manipulate them to do that, right? Yahweh never needed to do that, manipulate anyone, lie to anyone. He told them the truth. He was able to see through their spirit and discern. There's the power of discernment, right? So a lot of us have discernment, and we don't need to stick up we don't need to stick no devices in no households. Oh, what's he thinking today? Or where's he going to go today? We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We can just discern your thoughts by what you say and what you do, and through the Holy Spirit. But this is what Esau lacks, because he's not a spiritual man. He's a carnal man. So I do understand why he resorts to Scientology. Right? That's why he has a space program. Right? Why does he have a space program? Because he's going to try to fight Yahweh when he comes back, and them angels. Right? But he's going to lose miserably. Right? So we went to that, go to Thessalonians, Baba Kashar. And where was we? Even him who's coming of the working of Satan, who with power and sons and lion. I didn't get into that. Go to Matthew. Lying signs and wonders. Remember, key thing, Satan with all power. Yes, he has power, but all the power is the power that was given him. Right? You had that famous quote, Dr. Eisenhower. Right? I became the destroyer of worlds. Right? Some cried, some laughed, some were afraid. I become the destroyer of worlds. You know? When I quoted the Bhagavata. Okay. The Bhagavata ain't that Indian Sanskrit. The Bhagavata. So he was inspired by the destroyer. Right? Which is Indian idol. A demon. So he was inspired by idols to, a lot of people get their inspiration of idols. Demons. You look at the wheel of life, right? These symbols, the wheel of life. There's an interlink between that and Satanism. Right? Matthew 24. Right? And Eisenhower, what happened after that? He was never the same again. And the Americans used him. Right? And just pushed him to the side. He was never the same after that. And how did they do that? Well, lying miracles, lying wonders. He broke the atom. He split the atom. And once you split an atom, you can't patch it back together. Oh, let's just fix it back up. He split the atom. And when you split the atom, what does it cause? Atomic fusion, an explosion. Now you can't put it back together. That's why he said, I'll become the destroyer of worlds. Right? Satan was on him to do that. Really, it was ultimately of their Heavenly Father anyway. Because he's going to use that same device to what? Destroy him and his kingdom. And after that, he was trying to go on a partition why we need to stop, the bombs. But now most nations have got these bombs, and not no atomic bomb, not no atomic bomb, right? ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is 100 times more powerful than an atom bomb. And you saw what the atom bomb done to Hiroshima, right? You saw what it done to Hiroshima, right? And New Mexico. So imagine what the ICBM is going to do. You think them missiles are up in what? They're just sitting in the silo just to look pretty. They're going to be launched. This is Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false Christs, false prophets. And when we go into false Christ, have you noticed when you look at these other religions, not that we should be delving into it, but you still got to know a bit of everything. But when you look into these different religions, they're claiming to be Christ. Oh, the Dalai Lama. They claim to be Christ, they're anointed. So even with these religions, you even see like a so-called halo, which is basically the sun, but they claim to be what? The anointed. Right? So there's much deceptions, even within these religions. Okay? And it says, Baba Kishar, false prophets shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. Because within certain of these religions, I forgot the man's name. It was one of the Dalai Lamas. He had an afro, and I'll never forget, this guy was floating. This guy was levitating. Yeah, the Dalai Lama. This guy was levitating. Right? Literally levitating. Right? And you were looking at it, you were like, wow, that must be the anointed. No, that wasn't anointed. That was lying sadness. That was unclean spirits that caused him to do that. Now, there's people that can levitate, but it doesn't mean that's on the right-hand side. David Blaine could levitate, but he was doing it on the left-hand side. Right? And it's lying wonders. They're magicians. Sleight of hand, tricks. Alright? And show great signs and wonders, in so much that if it were possible, they just should deceive the very elect. If it were possible. Right? Behold, I've told you before, wherefore, if they say unto you, behold, he's in the desert, go not forth, behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. So we can't be gullible, because they have tech, Project Bluebeam, where they can, you remember them old projectors, they still sell them. You project on the screen, right? You have your projector, may come out blue or whatever, and you have your image. Well, they have the capability of doing it in the heavens, in the sky, right? You know, like the Odeon, you have the cinemas, and they have the projector, right, in the skies. And so they're able to do that, right? So they can project the image of the Messiah, of Serapis Christus, and have people following it, if they're not wise, right? In so much that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the secret desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. Right? So, this is what they're going to be doing, trying to deceive people, tricking them. Right? That's why we got to be in the scriptures as much as possible. And they have the tech to be able to do this as well. Right? They can do that, make a face appear from the heavens, advanced stuff. Advanced. Look up DARPA. Right? Look up Project Bluebeam. They have these technologies. Okay? Where they can have Serapis Christus, the false image of Jesus. Look, that's Jesus. When it's not, it's just a hologram. Right? I remember Tupac, they have a hologram of Tupac with Snoop Dogg rapping. That's a hologram. Right? That's not him. So they have that tech. But ultimately, every knee and every tongue's going to bow to Yahweh Sham. So even though they have these things, Yahweh is still going to be the one to have the last say and to rule. Okay? So with this, I hope this was edifying. I hope this was enlightening. And until the next time, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.